Okay. So, we're back. Did you ever have an imaginary friend?
No. Not that I remember.
Alright. What did you and your brothers or sisters fight about the most?
Fight about? Probably the TV when we were kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have any say in what was going to be watched, or was it all your parents?
I was the oldest. I get to watch what I want.
Was there more than one TV in your house?
No.
No?
Well, there was one in the parents' room.
Okay.
And it had the Beta Max.
Wow. You know, Sony would have won that VHS beta thing if they would have just let other people manufacture that.
Yep.
That was a bad format,
well,
they learned from that and they let everybody do Blu-ray and they won against HD.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you got to dominate a little bit about the TV, but they squawked.
Yeah, and I remember I turned 12 years old, and I go, Dad, since I'm older than everybody, I think I should be able to stay up later.
That went over.
You know what? That was well thought out. You could stay out 1 hour later than everybody else. It's like, ha ha ha! Well, for that, you can go to bed.
What?
Huh? I went and asked Dad when I was 12 years old if I could stay up later because I was older than everybody else. Because there was Knight Rider was on.
Oh, I remember that. Michael
Knight.
Michael Knight. Yeah, Kit, come get me.
Yeah, so I used to watch Knight Rider and Airwolf and. But yeah,
that was a great helicopter
Knight
show.
Rider was on at 8 o'clock, and that was our bedtime.
Oh man!
So I talked to Dad into letting me stay up.
For those watching this in Ben's posterity years down the road, there was no such thing as DVR.
We had a VCR, but
yeah, there was VCRs, but man,
they
didn't work that great.
He had the Betamax. He had the Betamax, and then in the living room we didn't have a tape player. We had a laser disc.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to watch laser.
Wow,
disc.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was crazy expensive. But yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, but yeah, I got to stay up and watch Knight Rider.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that was a good show. What was that guy's name?
David Hasselhoff?
That's right. He's very popular in Europe.
He is.
All right, tell us an experience or event that drew you together.
Drew who together?
You and your brothers and sisters that you would fight with about the TV programs.
It draw us together?
Yeah.
What would draw us together, Gina?
Activities, I guess.
Yeah, it was always family something.
Do you guys do family home evenings on Mondays?
Yeah, we did game nights. We did family home evenings. We did.
Did you play church ball when you were a kid?
Basketball?
Did Kenny?
No.
No, you didn't go out that?
No. Nope, never. I mean, I played it, but I wasn't really any good at basketball or anything. I mean, I played with all the guys and stuff. We play.
Yeah.
To go out on the sports and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, we used to do family events. There's all kinds of stuff we did all the time. So, I mean, be it a family reunion or someone's birthday or someone's holiday or something. There was always something.
Yeah, your mom was quite the event planner.
Yeah, she
put stuff together big time.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Are you messing with Uncle Ben?
Yes.
You silly.
You so silly.
All around you guys.
Yeah. Well, tell about the most, or rather, tell us about the worst winter storm that you can remember as a child. How did you feel about that? Like, was there any crazy wild lightning storms or something that scared you as a kid?
There was one time.
Any snow that excited you wanted to go skiing?
No. I remember when I was a kid, we were on Kavanaugh, and it was a thunderstorm outside, and something hit the window and it flashed a bunch of different colors. Like I swore it was a bolt of lightning. But it was the weirdest thing that I ever saw.
Wow.
it hit the window, and it was bright as day, and it's like flashed a bunch of different colors.
You don't remember the stuff right before you were abducted? Just the return.
This is a real sore anus when I got back.
The probes. You know, the Ford probe was popular back then.
Let me see, how old was I back then? Jeez, I was in what, 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a little kid, probably only 6 or 7 years old, maybe Axel's age, even 5. And we were out on this boat in Lake Powell in Arizona, and the weather turned bad,
No.
like really bad.
That's
And
right.
then it got worse. And I mean, literally, we were like hunkered down in the bottom of this boat. It was, you know, pretty good sized boat. You know, they had like a little bed and stuff in the living quarters area of the boat, and it seemed really big as a kid, but I'm sure it wasn't that big. I mean, you could trailer it in a regular, you know, vehicle without getting
everything's
a
bigger when
permit or
you're a kid,
anything.
yeah.
But you know, it was a pretty good sized boat, and man, we were out near Rainbow Bridge, and things were just horrible. I could tell it was bad when my mom was a little scared. 'Cause my dad was a Navy guy, and nothing really seemed to bother him, and my grandpa was there too, I think. And, you know, they had it under control, but I think she started to get a little nervous. And maybe my dad was too, but he wasn't showing it, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Pretty bad storm, huh?
yeah, it was a pretty bad storm, and, you know, when you got all your little kids out there, you know, I know I would be pretty worried with my little kids because they can't swim so great.
Okay.
You know, what are you gonna do?
Big old waves and
Oh man, it was like the lake
Probably
turned,
didn't have-
turned to ocean that day.
you didn't have to wear life vests back then.
I think we did. I don't know if we did or not, but I think
No, we
so.
all had
I don't know if it was
back
the
then.
law, but I think we did have life jackets.
I think all kids had to wear life jackets.
So, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So you just remember being returned from the abduction.
I don't remember anything but the flash of light.
The flashlight on the window.
Yeah, it was a
At
big
Kavanaugh.
storm. It was a big storm. I thought it was lightning that hit the window.
Wow.
But
I wouldn't be able to speak to that. I don't know if
I-
I don't know what it would do.
I don't know what it would do either.
What would lightning even hit a window?
I don't know. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw.
Well, what
But
did
I remember that it was a big storm though that night too. So
I know you guys probably went sledding down hills in snow a little bit when you were kids. Do you remember what you used to go sledding down a hill?
we had a saucer or just my stomach.
Oh yeah, the circle.
Yeah.
Did you guys use the cooking
Pan,
spray and go
yeah,
all Chevy Chase?
Yeah, Chevy Chase all the way, buddy.
Right on.
Big old lightning shot right down the hill.
Well, when you guys built snowman, what extras did you use for your snowman's face and buttons and arms and hats and all that?
I think we had some rocks and some coal and a carrot. We brought it with us.
Corncob pipe for
Yeah,
button
we didn't have a
nose.
corncob pipe.
Yeah. Do you have any ice skating memories to share?
Ice skating?
Did you ever do any ice skating?
I ice skated, I think, twice.
Any good at it?
No.
Yeah. Where were you?
The first time was
Was it out on vacation or was it there in Fresno?
The first time was in Fresno. I didn't even know there was an ice rink there, but it was nice in the summertime to go in there.
A little bit of a scary area now.
Yeah, probably. It's all scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you get past like Blackstone and yeah, start going
Once you get to the country,
going
you're
south, then you know could get a little dicey out.
safe.
By
Yeah,
that
I
ice
remember
rink.
going ice skating, and I had to wear hockey skates because I could. There was no way I was gonna wear figure skates. I did. My ankles just weren't strong enough. I was like, ugh. I couldn't balance on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad experience.
Do you know? I had a
I did
weather-related memory when I was in Paso High School, probably in 87 or 88 maybe. It snowed there, and it's very, 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 very rare that Paso Robles gets snow.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was the first time in my lifetime there.
Yeah.
Can you share a memory about a weather-related school cancellation?
No.
My favorite thing about growing up
In Fresno, yeah.
foggy day school schedule.
Foggy day is the only one, yeah.
Foggy day
So,
was awesome.
so there were weather-related school cancellations for you.
Not canceled, but they were
No,
just
it was delayed their starts. We would just sit.
the buses were delayed.
All the
School
kids
started on time.
would sit in front of the TV and just pray that the foggy day schedule would keep us.
It was always Kerman, and out in the country it was always foggy day. You're like, man, how come we don't live in Kerman? Because like every single day they had foggy day schedule. Yep, I
We're like, we got to move to Kerman.
But I do remember it snowing once in Fresno when I was younger. One time it actually snowed.
Were you high school age or junior high
I
or
think I was
even elementary?
I think I was a freshman in high school.
I wonder if it was the late 80s. Around the same time it snowed in
It was
Paso.
late. It could have been. Well, I'd have been a senior in high school in the late '80s. Well, it was all late '80s, I guess, because I graduated in '90.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It could have been the same year that it snowed in Paso.
yeah, but it snowed in Fresno.
That's quite a winter.
It was crazy.
That
It
brought
was
a
crazy.
drought
That's
to an
the
end, I think.
And I remember when I was working as a plumber, it got so cold the pipes were bursting. We were working around the clock, man.
Yeah.
I was 18 years old, man. I was working 22 hours a day.
Yeah.
I need you to be quiet and not do this loud.
That's a lot. Well, let me ask you, do you have any knowledge of the origins of your family name? Kane with a C? C-A-N-E?
Origin?
The origin of your family name.
I don't know the origin of it now.
No? So, I know you got a lot of genealogy and...
Well, I got it from on my mom's side. Her parents did it all the way back to Adam. Yeah, I got it all. The whole list, all the way back to Adam.
Your genealogy.
Yes. On my mother's side.
On Dory's side?
Annette,
Annette's side.
my
Oh, okay.
biological mother.
Okay.
On her side of the family.
Wasn't Annette adopted, though?
She was adopted, but she reconnected with her father and siblings before they died.
And they were an
What was
L,
their last name?
they were an LDS family, and so they probably did a lot of family history.
What was their last name?
Let's see.
Can I get some of whatever you're making, toast or something? That'd be great. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. There's Brianna. Okay, Annette Hale.
So Hale as in H-A-I-L?
Hale. Yeah.
H-A-L-E.
That was
Okay.
her original birth name. would
All
have been Hale. So Vernis Hale and Zella Lords. Zella Lords was
With a U?
Annette's parents, my grandparents.
Is that Lords with a U, like the French spelling?
Zella Lords or Hale?
Lords is it L-O?
Lords.
Okay.
Okay, so she.
I think that's a British spelling, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because they're
French
from,
spelling
they're from
is
England. I'm a descendant.
L-O-U.
I'm a descendant of William the Conqueror
Oh, yeah.
of England.
So,
Alfred the Great too. Actually.
Yeah, on grandmother's side, Alfred the Great, and also Lady Godiva.
yeah. A lot of interesting genealogy.
But yes, anyways, what was I gonna? I got hers. I went way back.
So, do you have those records or access to them?
I've been working on getting it. That's why I want to go to England.
Oh, really?
Because yes, after that they were born in 1903 and 1905. They were actually Ada Dean or Stanley Lords was from England, which is my
So, do you think you can obtain those records?
great. I got the list of everything of the whole family.
Really?
Yeah, the tree. She gave me a photocopy of everything. I got it.
It goes right back to Adam.
Yeah, it goes all the way to Adam and Eve, or Adam, not Eve. It goes back to Adam. And it's because Eve is. But anyways, yeah, it shows it all the way up. So once you get to you get to royalty, you can go all the way back
Wow.
because it's already done.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
did.
mean, you're obviously missing some lines. You don't have all the lines.
But yeah, they were LDS, and her parents did a lot. Not her parents, or my great grandparents.
For people who don't know, if they're watching this video, the LDS Church has family history centers, and even people in the church who have a calling of helping members find family history, and they do it. And there are a lot of hobbyists in the church as well. So, someone interested in family history, if they happen to be LDS, they're going to get a lot of help from people who are.
Yeah, I'm sure
Extremely
Ancestry or one of
knowledgeable.
these are probably LDS based.
It is, I think.
But yeah. But she has the LDS forms filled out, who the father is, who the mother is, who's the sibling, what year they were born, blah, blah, blah. And each one, it's so hard to go through them because the names were changing so much because of, it was really hard to follow who she really was from once I got that figured out because her parents got divorced and married, so I had to find the biological parents because they got split up and got remarried, and they were all in the church. And how they moved to Idaho, or they moved from Pennsylvania. They were in Pennsylvania and around there for a while. Then they shot back to England. I think this is Sussex.
So it's very likely that all the temple work has been done on your side of
Yeah,
on your mom's side of the family.
Yeah, it's done. I
Wow.
had LDS stuff, everything.
Wow.
And it goes back and it shows everything. So, and that's why I started plugging that in on Ancestry.com, just throwing stuff in there. So I got Stanley Lords. And then look, I click on him. I got John Lords and Hannah Anderson. And so who is that? That is my second great grandmother. That's John Lord's grandfather. That would be grandfather. Hannah Anderson. Oh, that's her dad.
So, that's a pretty big accomplishment to have all the temple work done on one branch of the family.
Yeah.
Born
in 1903.
What about your dad's?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Kelly and see how far back I can go. But one of these goes way, way. Oh, this is the one. Oh my
I'd have to
gosh.
agree. I think Kelly has
She's got a
earned the
book.
title of family historian on your dad's side.
So on my mother's father's side, I don't know if this is her paternal. No, that's Hale. I don't know. It gets so confusing. I got Loyal Hale, Albert Hale, and then Alma Hale and Sarah Ann Clark, Barrett, Winter, Hinman. Let's see, Fulcher, Mary Fulcher. Okay. My third great grandmother. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really it stacks up. The
Yeah, they were in
documentation
Utah.
really it's quite something. The amount of work that goes into that.
Well, I haven't even paid for it yet until I can get all the research done. And so I got family that's doing the research too. I see stuff popping up from them that are probably my cousins and stuff that I don't even know.
Yeah.
On her side of the family. I mean, she died. She wrote a whole letter to us all saying, I'm so sorry. This is the situation. This is what happened. I had to give her up. I wish I could have known, my grandchildren and all this other stuff before she died.
Wow.
She,
she had a situation where she was very underage, right?
Her mom married her stepdad, and he had 2 children. One just came home from war. and he was like 10 years older almost, and he was messing around with her, and they caught them, and so they made him get married. And then she had Annette, like, I don't know, and then another child, and then she got divorced and put him up for adoption. Then she had another child, she got remarried, who was, I think, had mental issues or retardations or something.
Well, that was a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
So let's get a little bit lighter note. Let me ask you a lighthearted question. A lot of people have smashed a finger or a digit, toe, whatever. Can you tell me about how did you first smash a finger?
A hammer.
Hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah. How bad was it? You lose your fingernail?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Ouch.
I cracked that pig.
Wow.
I had to stick a hot needle through it to squirt the blood out of the top. Dad did it. Ugh. That was crazy.
You know the guy that played Darth Vader?
The guy who
The
played
original
him?
guy who did the voice.
I don't know. No, I know who he is, but no,
I forget
know
his
James
name.
Earl Jones is the one
Yeah.
that did the voiceover, but the British guy who actually did the voice was a different guy who was in the costume too.
Yeah. I met that guy at Lake Powell, like Grand Canyon area,
Yeah.
at a restaurant when I was a little boy, and I was so excited to meet the real Darth Vader. Can you tell us about who was the most famous person you ever met as a child?
As a child,
Yeah. Who was the most famous person you ever met as a child?
Kiefer Sutherland,
Really?
Corey Haim,
Young Guns.
Corey Feldman,
Young Guns.
when they were filming Lost Boys
Lost Boys, huh?
over staying at the Dream Inn.
Wow,
And I
that's cool.
snuck out
Over
on
in
the
Santa
beach.
Cruz, the Dream Inn.
And when I snuck out to the beach where they're doing that thing on the stage, yeah, I was there.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's where I met
How
them.
cool
I
is
partied,
that?
I partied with them. And
Wow.
then back when I was like 21 or 22, he was at Jim's place. I go, yeah, I know who he is. And everybody's like, oh, it's Kiefer Sutherland. I walked past Kiefer Sutherland. I said, hey, Kiefer. He like looked and looked at me, and he's like, Ben? I said, yeah. He goes, dude, come sit down. I'm going to go get my beer and my shot. I'll be right over.
Wow.
So I sat down next to him. He was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's you. I said, I can't believe you remembered who I am. He goes, dude, we had so much fun. But anyways, yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't pay for another drink all night.
How cool is that?
I signed his hat. He signed my hat. And there was people and women, I don't know, a mile long. Just
Oh, I'm
getting
sure.
signatures. His brother Rogue was there. It was fun. It was a good night.
Huh.
It was crazy. He was there for Rope for Hope. And then the next day he was so hungover. He was at the children's hospital. They had to give him an infusion because he was so hungover. I don't think he was hungover. I think he was still drunk. That guy
Wow.
was crazy.
I can imagine that Hollywood life influence would
Yeah.
probably do some.
He was a drinker back
interesting
then. I don't
stuff.
think he drinks that much anymore, but
I kind of doubt it. Probably grew out of that.
yeah, but back in the day, boy, that guy was a drink. I think it was right after him and Julia Roberts broke up.
Huh.
Because they were dating. I was like, so how's Julia Roberts? Looked at me funny, goes,
Probably a bad subject. Well,
Funny.
tell us about someone who had a big influence on your life.
A big influence on my life?
Yeah.
I guess my dad did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had a big impact since he raised me.
Yeah.
Guess my mom did too. I mean, she was forced me into doing a lot of things I didn't want to do, but I'm glad she did, you know,
Yeah.
like cooking and stuff like that.
Oh, that's really good. And you are a great cook.
Well, she made me cook,
So.
thank goodness, because that was the best meal we had.
Your dad is a fantastic breakfast cook, and back when I used to eat meat, I remember some of the barbecues he did, and man, the man can cook.
Yeah, I can cook some food.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
you can do some great cooking as well.
That turkey dinner came out pretty good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I remember that actually. I actually ate turkey. That was probably the first time in 4 or 5 years that I had meat.
Yeah.
So I don't eat very much meat, but I do eat a little bit here and there. Like if I'm at a steakhouse, for example, I don't eat poultry at all, except that was the only time. And that was the one and only time I had turkey at your house for Thanksgiving last year. And I've had a couple of steaks at steakhouses like the Madonna Inn and then this Sweetwater one here near Yosemite. And I think there's at least one other one. I can't think of it, but there's been some good steaks. But you know, it's I kind of over the meat thing too much. But anyway, tell us about another influential person in your life.
I think Alfred King.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I remember he had a big influence on me. One day, we were at Bass Pro in Springfield, and Gina and Grandmother Kane were walking around the store. And this is back before we had kids. We weren't even married then. We were on our way to Iceland, and he wanted to sit down a while in front of the fish tank, and so we did, and we just sat and talked about everything from high school football to modern day politics and stuff, you know, and he was just a great guy to hang out with, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I used to go with her, and we'd hang out and talk. We'd have talks all the time. What's up, Katie?
I'll pause the video, or I'll stop it.
Let's go.